Hey guys, Stucky here. If you ever wanted to try the best version of the Action Network app? Well, now is the perfect opportunity to do so because we have a special offer to celebrate the month of March and the NCAA tournament. You can get pro access for just $9.99 for the first month. That will give you access to things like Sean Kerner's player prop projections, which are invaluable, real-time money percentages, and our model's biggest edges, and much more. All you have to do is head over to actionnetwork.com/madness. That's actionnetwork.com/madness and get there before the deal expires. Cheers. All right, we're going to talk. We won't spend too much time on this. This is kind of the anti-America East, which we covered as in depth as any podcast would with Tanner. But the Southland, we don't have the bracket yet because there's games tonight. But we did want to cover it because it'll start on Sunday, and the rest of we'll be recording 5 episodes, 4 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday, I believe. A bunch. We're doing a bunch Sunday and Monday, but this one starts on Sunday. It's played in Lake Charles. Home court advantage for McNeese State throughout. Tournament is 8 teams. We don't know the 3 or 4 order, which is either going to be Lamar or Nichols. And we don't know the 7 or 8 seeds are. By the time you listen to this, you will. But whoever they will be, because the only top 8 teams make it, they're bottom 50 teams. Who cares? They're not worth it. I would need like 1,000 to 1 to invest in them. Top 2 seeds, double bye to the semis. And that would be McNeese and Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. 3-4 seeds, single buys. 5 to 8 seeds have to win 4 games in 4 days. Can't really make a case for any of the. I said 7 and 8 are just going to be bad. The 5 seed CLA, they did beat McNeese. They shot 12 of 25 from 3. They have no bench though. Like, how are they going to win 4 games in 4 days? They do play slower and they can shoot. Caldwell's a good player, but they have major turnover issues. And here's the thing with McNeese State. And the reason we won't spend a lot of time on this, I just mentioned South Dakota State 80th in KenPom a couple years ago. McNeese State's around like 65th. This team is head and shoulders above the rest of the league. I mean, it's not even close. The talent disparity is massive. This is a team that, with their downhill attack, with their guards, they play a zone pressure defense. This team, with Shahada Wells, the TCU transfer, they are balanced. They can score. They're not too three-point reliant on the offensive end. Great pick and roll offense. They're scary. I have them about 80%, like minus 400 to win this conference tournament. How do you beat them? And plus, they're playing at home, by the way, and they have a double bye. They just have to win 2 games at home. Well, you have to take care of the ball because they force a lot of turnovers with their pressure. And you have to offensive rebound because they're aggressive. They're going to be vulnerable there. And you got to hit threes against them. They have the highest 3-point attempt rate allowed in the country. So they did lose to CLA when CLA went 12 of 25 from 3. They beat Corpus by 1 at the buzzer. They came back from 18 down. It was a crazy play at the end. So who can do that? Like Lamar theoretically can. Like, they can shoot. They can offensive rebound. And they can take care of the ball. But they give up a ton of threes too, which adds the variance. But they were 4-0 in overtime. Not sure I believe in them. Nickel, like, I would need 50 to 1 for Lamar. Nichols, I need 100 to 1. Smith's a good player, and they can shoot, but they have major turnover issues, and they can't offensive rebound. They lost by 21 and 27 to McNeese. No thanks on Nichols. Corpus Christi's the 2 seed, so they have the easiest path. And, I have them at like 15%, so it's like 80% McNeese, 15% for Corpus Christi. The rest is 5%. Great defense, great rebounding team with Clark and Prim, but they foul too much. They don't and can't shoot the 3, but they just like to ugly up the game. They lost by 7 and 1 to McNeese. I would need, I don't know, probably 8 to 1 to consider them. It's just hard for me to get in front of McNeese State on their home court with a double bye. Northwestern State, for what's worth, the 6th seed, the highest ranked team they beat on KenPom all year. Texas A&M Commerce, 329. No thank you on the 6th seed. It's just hard for me to make a case anyone but McNeese. I probably will not be betting anything in this conference other than game to game. And I hope from a fan perspective that we get McNeese in the dance. Any thoughts here? Without, we don't have odds. We don't have a full bracket yet, but just wanted to talk some of the teams. And this one's a really easy one to cover because McNeese is just so much better than everybody else. Do you have any thoughts here, Randall?
The only game McNeese lost was to Sela. They shot Sela 12 of 25. That's 48% from three at home, folks. And Southeast Louisiana won by 3 in that game. So Stuckey nailed it. You need a monumental effort to beat strong ass offer Will Wade and McNeese. I would like Corpus
And it's
Christi,
on their home court.
and it's on their home court, and they have the double bye. I like Corpus Christi. It's just Jim Straw's first year because Steve Lutz is now at Western Kentucky. So it's a first-year coach going through this. He's done a nice job. They've remained competitive. It depends on the odds. They are great on the boards, which I think is what you have to do here against McNeese because you have to be physical, and they defend well inside the arc. So could I get there? Yeah. If I got a good number with Corpus Christi, I could take a shot on it. They're going to have to shoot well, but it is very difficult. And I agree with you. McNeese has no sex appeal. Most people in the public, when they're filling out their brackets, are going to go right by McNeese. This is a team that beat Michigan. I know Michigan isn't very good, but they also, this team earlier in the season, played very, very well. You saw them in the non-conference. They beat Texas State. They beat UAB away by 21. Those are quality wins, folks. So McNeese is dangerous. 9 out of 10 times they're winning it. If not, it's going to be Corpus Christi. Will Wade can coach. Maybe he shouldn't record himself on the phone, but he can coach. This McNeese State team is very good. And the talent discrepancy because of the transfers is just, it's a chasm.
Yeah, you got Richards, Garcia, Shoemaker's a holdover, and then obviously Shahada Wells. You know, you even have CJ Felder, the Florida transfer, who wasn't eligible earlier in the season. And since he came back, they've, like you said, they lost one game at Sela by 3. And that's since what? December. I think that's the only game they've lost.
They've lost one game since Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they've
crazy.
been on quite a roll. And in that game, you mentioned 12 of 25 from 3. McNeese was 7 of 24 from 3. Sela also 94% from the line. It's just hard for me. Those are some of the prices I would need, but this is just, I think it's clearly head and shoulders that McNeese is one of the heaviest favorites you'll see out there for a reason. Double bye, home court advantage only adds to the fact. We'll see who gets the 3-4. Makes it a little more interesting because I think Lamar, if they end up with the 4, could give McNeese a little more of a scare as the 4 seed, but I don't see then Nichols could, but I don't see either of those teams taking McNeese State out. It would have to be Corpus Christi uglying up the game. My problem is they don't and can't shoot threes, and you're going to get a lot of 3-point looks against McNeese. So there is some variance there, but I'm not sure Corpus Christi could take advantage on McNeese's home court there in Lake Charles.
You want a comparison. I mean, I'm a Jersey guy, so I love Seton Hall. It's the same sort of thing. Like I want to back Seton Hall, but they just can't shoot threes. When they get down against UConn, you saw that they're dead and buried. So it would take a very special type of game for Corpus Christi to upset McNeese.